Good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Sebastian. How are you?
Good. Back from vacation.
Yeah, we've been on a hiatus the last 2 weeks, so it's good to be back.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, this is the weekly show that Sebastian and I do on everything marketing, websites, and business. But this week we're going to be talking about starting your own business. And generally, what we tend to do is bring a question. Sorry, I should say the topic is businesses in general. Generally, what we do every week is Sebastian brings a question, I bring a question on Friday. We pre-record these or do a live stream on them, and then put them onto YouTube for all of you to see. So if you want to follow Sebastian, he's RE7 on Instagram. And if you want to follow me, I'm Harry Roper on LinkedIn, or you can find my YouTube series, Harry Roper, on YouTube. I feel a bit rusty doing that intro this week, but cool.
It's okay. It sounds good. You want to start with your question?
Sure. I have quite an interesting one this week. So, if you had £1,000, £1,000, €1,000, or $1,000, depending on where you are based, what would be the first thing you would do when starting your new business? How would you spend that money?
Ooh, nice question. Of course, depends on your business. But I think I would spend most of the money in acquisition to get some clients. So if it's like a product that I want to sell, I would spend it in the website for selling it. Probably when you have €1,000, I would start with something cheap just to have the website there. And then because I don't need search engine optimization, I would then try to figure out where's the target group, in which market, and then make some campaigns to send them directly to the landing page and invest this mainly in selling the product, because at the beginning, you don't have so much money. So the main idea is you should get money in your account in order to grow. I think that would be if I would have only €1,000 to spend.
Sure. Nice.
Yeah, that would be for products. For services, I think also trying to put something there, but you should also have in mind, I think I told you yesterday quickly when we had a call, to have a contract in place. Like, I would look for a template, because if you make it with a lawyer, I think your £1,000 or €1,000 are gone already. So I would prepare something, a template that is on the market, and make sure it's like what you want, like with a specific time, also that you have some times for the clients. So when they going to cancel, that you have some times to find new clients. So don't make the period too small, like 30 days is already quite short, especially when you have clients that jumping off in December. So I would recommend 90 days maybe, or 2 months. And also make sure you get some or advance payment. I think that is also important. Yeah.
I really like that. The pre or advance payment, always take 50% if you can. 100%.
Yeah. What would
nice.
you do with €1,000 or £1,000 when you start a business?
Similar to you, I think my advice to anybody, because like the reason that I ask this question is I would advise, make sure that you have some like 3 months of your expenses saved up, for example, when you're starting your business, and then give yourself that budget, so £1,000, right? And say, I'm going to use this money to start the business as startup cost. And I think the points you made are really good. Focus more on ads and acquisition to begin with, and focus less on spending it all on a logo or branding or a website, because those things come kind of second to you getting your name out there and your business. something that really helped me early on was leveraging networking events. And although because of COVID, we haven't really had the chance to do events a lot, I would also spend some of your money on event tickets. Maybe not a booth, because you probably don't have enough experience yet to be able to have a booth and all the material that comes with that. But pay for the event, go to the event, do some networking with a client or a friend, and make some connections. If you talk to people and say, "Oh, I'm just starting out," or "I've been doing this for a couple of years and now I'm doing my own business," a lot of the time people want to help you. So when you're talking to them, maybe they say, "Oh, my friend's looking for a new website. Let me connect you guys," and build some connections like that. As you and I have both said, I wouldn't go and blow the whole budget on just shiny stuff that makes you feel like you have a professional business, but actually you don't have a business, because at the end of the day, a business boils down to cash in the bank, cash coming in, cash going out. So and the only other tip I would say is be very careful of software subscriptions, because they quickly add up, and all of a sudden you've got a large amount coming out every month, you know?
I also think I totally agree with you. I also think if there's maybe something cheaper, or maybe one software solution that can replace them. For example, we use mainly for our project management ClickUp, Dropbox for the files. And besides this, we have just specific tools that we need for our clients, for the marketing services to do, but that's mainly it. So we're trying not to use too many tools, and before we are using tools, we first are Canva we also use, and Adobe Suite. But besides this, we're asking always before we take a trial, and we test it before and think, okay, is there more value for us in it? Can we also charge it to the customer? And if not, then we are not doing it, you know?
Sure. So what's your question then, Sebastian?
My question is, what questions entrepreneurs should ask before starting a new business?
Okay, nice. Can you give me an example?
First of all, you should ask themselves, what is the reason why I'm doing this, you know? I think this is the most important question that you should ask yourself. It shouldn't be only because of the money. You should also be somehow involved in it or be passionate about it. Another question, what problem do I want to solve with my business idea? Then, of course, what we had before, your target customer, you should also know. And also ask yourself, can I realistically solve the problem better than others can?
Sure. I really like that as a question, actually. I think that I just went through like a heavy asking question phase. So I've got a couple actually to think of. One is your why. So I think you said it already, but why are you doing what you're doing? And how is that going to affect people's lives? And you should really think like your product or service could improve somebody's life. And if it does, because you've got them good results, or your product helps them have an easier life, then you should really think about the overlapping effect of that, because that's really good motivation. For us, you know, we got a client, loads of leads, their business has grown a load because of that, and therefore they've been able to buy a nice house, they've been able to look after their 2 children. And for us as a company, and for me as a leader, that's like why we do what we do. And it's great motivation to have something like that written down, so that every now and then you can just read it and realize that the journey that you're on and the things that you're doing are to help to benefit these people's lives and their businesses, because that's the aim of the game when it comes to service based. We've also got now milestones, which I've never had before. So if we hit X amount of sales every couple of months, and we have values for it, so like 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, then that unlocks different things inside the business. So it sounds really stupid, right? But like at 20,000, I'll be able to buy t-shirts for my company. At 50,000, I've said I'll be able to take my girlfriend and I on a holiday. At 100 to a nice place as well, to like America or Disney, you know. And at 100,000, we'll have a party. And at 200,000, we'll have an away day. So I'll take all the staff and me to like Bali or something like that for a week, to celebrate. Having these milestones is really nice to guide to. And then we just have KPIs to help me figure out, are we getting closer to that 250,000 that we've set? So for those who don't know and are watching, KPIs are like key performance indicators. And these are literally just small little metrics that help me measure, are we getting towards our goal? So the main KPI for me, the like Polaris KPI, the North Star KPI for our agency is how many calls are we booking a week? And if that's really low, then that's a really big problem that I have to fix. And if it's really high, then I know that we're on the right way so far.
Nice. Yeah. Small steps. Not to have like a big goal that you think, whoa, it's so big. Put it in little things together. Make it monthly, weekly, daily. So you know every day what do I have to do in order to reach this big goal, year goal or 5-year goal.
Something that I found out recently that would help our viewers, I think, is that doing like weekly, monthly, and quarterly planning and reviewing as well really helps with this. I know you just did one with your business partner Alexandra, where you kind of looked at where the agency is and where you want it to get to, right? And a plan to kind of get there. Anything that you could share from that?
Yeah, besides this, it's normally already like a procedure every evening, because we are quite busy and now we are not working together in the same office. So we communicate just a bit through the day, but we are both busy. So normally when I leave the office, I give a quick call to Alexandra, 10 minutes, discussing what happened. And if there was something like we need to put on an agenda, you know. Now we have a weekly review with the team, and monthly we are checking our KPIs, what you said. Mainly for us important is with the clients. So how many clients did we win? How many clients did we lose, if we lost some? And what are the reasons, what are the learnings? And then we have a quarterly meeting where we have in ClickUp like just a document where we write down if we have some things. And before the quarterly meeting, we prepared a bit so that we have an agenda for our meeting. And then we go out of the office somewhere where we can, like we have time, you know. We normally book an entire day or sometimes half of a day. It depends how many topics we have. And then we go through the things with a drink, with some good food, and discuss them, and also evaluate where we are. Nice. If you're on the track. And based from this, we get some tasks out that we want to accomplish then until the next quarter or until the year. And for the yearly planning, it's the same. Normally we sit together in the last quarter then and make a plan for RA7 2022, where we put our main goals that we want to do. And then of course we need also to prepare the workshops with the employees, because it's a lot about communication, and the bigger you get, the more you need to communicate.
I think the thing that anybody who's watching could take away from all of this is that, and I fell foul of it when I first started the business, is the regular rhythm of planning, reviewing, and optimization is a reason that your business is going to grow more so than I think just being in the business and just being a bit crazy and just doing loads of stuff but not really having anything to guide you and say, yeah, you're doing well or not doing well.
Yeah. Reflection is, I think, is also important, especially when you are so involved in it. You can't see outside of your bubble. A bit reflection helps you. Try to put yourself from an outsider. How would you see this? In order to figure out what are the little things that you can improve or that you should change. And yeah, mistakes are not a problem. If you're doing mistakes, just do them only once and learn from them. I think this is also important.
Really nice. And I think it's a great point to wrap up there, because I think that the points we've made are really good, and I don't want to bombard everybody with too much, but to take away just some little silvers of gold from here and use them in your business as well. So yeah, Sebastian on RS7 on Instagram, Harry Roper on LinkedIn and YouTube. Anything that you'd like to say to close out the call, Sebastian?
Yeah, I'm just happy if some guys are interested in asking questions, so they can also shoot us. I think it's also okay for you to send us some questions if they have them for their business, and we can discuss them here in this session, or we just answer them directly in a direct message.
So feel free to use the comments, everyone, to do that. Or if you prefer, you can message us both directly on LinkedIn or on Instagram or YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Sebastian. It's been good to talk to you this morning.
Thank you, Harry. And I think it was a great session.
Cool. See you soon.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.